What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch video. Today we are doing a review of Barton Springs 656 by Dufrane Watches. I'm going to run through some of the specs, then I will discuss what I like, what I don't like about the watch, and then we will talk about price. We'll do a loom shot and a strap change. So, getting right into it. This is by a brand that is located actually here in the United States in Austin, Texas. They assemble all the watches here in the United States as well, which is a very, very nice touch. A lot of nice touches and personal touches that were put into the packaging of this watch. If you want to check out the unboxing of this watch, I will put a link above. This is a 200-meter dive watch, although it does say 656 on the back. Dufrane Watches, sapphire crystal, and this is a limited edition of 300 watches, all stainless steel construction. The dial is a blue sunray dial or a sunburst dial. You have a little bit of an orange accent on that second hand. 42 millimeters across, 47.6 millimeters lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug span, 12.85 millimeters thick. This, like I said, has an SW200, so pretty thin for a dive watch. It does have a dome sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. So all very good specs here. 45 millimeters if you include that crown. It does have a very sizable crown, which is of course screwed in and signed. This is a sterile design. You have a very nice bezel on here and very nice bezel action. So let's take a listen. Very solid, very, very tight bezel. Feels very nice, a lot of positive reaction to it, and there is no play whatsoever in the bezel at all. So we have C3 Superluminova on the dial. We will do a loom shot later on. And I mentioned that this does have a dome sapphire crystal with dual anti-reflective coating. So you have anti-reflective coating on the top and on the bottom of that sapphire crystal. This model is actually named after a spring-fed natural swimming area named Barton Springs in Austin, Texas. So a lot of inspiration being taken from the local area in Austin, Texas. The waters of that spring are actually a constant 68 degrees year-round, which is very cool. Actually very warm. Stephen Lee, the owner of Dufrane Watches, was inspired by Barton Springs that spring and wanted the dial of this diver to capture light similar to the way that the light bounces off water. So he used a sunburst design. And then, since Barton Springs is a very natural, uncomplicated swimming area, Stephen also wanted his diver to be very clean and uncomplicated. Hence the sterile bezel and very limited markings on the clean yet simple dial layout. And we'll see in the loom shot later, there are very large indices on this dial. It is very uncluttered. It's a very clean looking dial, very clean looking bezel, obviously, because it is a sterile bezel. But in the loom shot, which we will do later on, you will see that the loom really dominates on this, and that's why we have such beautiful, large, legible loom plops. And then you also have a date window at 3 o'clock, and that completes the indice at 3 o'clock. So it really is a very balanced dial. It's really, really well thought out. The hands are very simple. They are stick hands. The only little bit of an accent is that second hand, which is orange, which adds a little pop of color in a very nice sea of blue. Very, very nice. And it's a very simple design, and it's a very capable design. Again, we have 200 meters water resistance, which is really, really good. Screwed in crown, screwed in case back, so very nice. The silicone straps on this are made by Barton Straps, and I don't know if you could see that there. It says Barton Straps. Barton is actually another Austin-based brand, so they teamed up with Barton straps for their straps for, I believe, most of the Dufrane watches, because I think the City Limits also has a Barton strap as well. And I believe that the NATO strap is also made by Barton Straps. And I think that's pretty cool because, again, another American-based brand, and you know, you have an American-based watch brand here as well. And you have drilled lugs. So I really like the style of this watch. To get into some of the things I really like about the watch, first I would say the Loom. The Loom is excellent on this watch. I really love the bezel. I love the sterile bezel. I love the dome sapphire crystal and how that bezel is so flush with it. It just flows right into the bezel. Really nice. In general, the watch is really well made. It feels very good. When you have it on your wrist, it is a solid watch, and just all around a really nicely made watch, a very nicely finished watch. I love that it has an SW200. That is a great movement, obviously an Ediclone, and you really can't go wrong with Ediclones these days. They are excellent movements. The size is very nice. I like the width of the watch, and I love the strap is just beautiful. Now, what I would say I don't like about the watch, the only thing I can say I don't like about the watch is probably the extra strap that comes with it. I'm not a fan of the NATO strap. It's a well-made NATO strap. I'm not a fan of the color. There is gray, and this is a blue watch, so it kind of doesn't really mesh that well except for the orange. So you're adding a lot of other colors here, gray and black, when you have a predominantly blue watch, and then you're adding black and orange. So I would have definitely chosen a different strap. I don't know if that's even possible if you're choosing the orange. I believe you actually can choose a different strap. I would have preferred maybe just a leather strap, or perhaps another rubber strap, or definitely a bracelet. I know they're developing a bracelet. I think this watch is screaming to get a bracelet, and I think that would be a really good addition to this watch. So that would be the only thing I would say I don't like about the watch. And really, that's more of a personal preference, I think, because if you like this strap, then it's definitely personal. All in all, it's an amazing watch, and it comes in at a really good price. So I'm going to talk about price now. $699 for a watch that is assembled here in the United States, has an SW200, comes with 2 straps, really a lot of personalization, and is just really well made. I am a big fan of watches that are based in the United States, and also, or in North America for that matter, and also are doing the assembly in the United States. I think that's very good, and really just a cool thing. I'm happy that watches are coming back here in the United States, and even though some of the manufacturing is obviously happening in China, at least some of it is happening here in the United States, and that is a good thing. And speaking of which, I am wearing Collins watch today, and I will throw the Barton Springs on my wrist. Collins watch, another watch with an SW200 that is also manufactured here in the United States. Very, very cool blue dial diver as well. So there you go. So this is a 42 millimeter watch, as I mentioned, with an almost 48 millimeter lug width, just under 48 millimeters. It is quite thin for a 200 meter dive watch. It is under 13 millimeters thick, so including that sapphire crystal, I believe, at least that's what I measured. So really a very comfortable watch. I've worn this on and off for the last few weeks, and it is very comfortable. The strap is extremely comfortable. I have a 7.5 inch wrist, and you could see it just looks really good on my wrist. It just fits me perfectly. So $699 for a very capable dive watch that is assembled in the United States with an SW200. Really not a bad deal at all. Comes with 2 straps. I really like this watch. Anyway, what I'll do next is I will change the strap, and I will throw on the NATO strap so you can see how that strap looks on here. This does have quick release straps on it. And like I said, it also has drilled lugs, so pretty easy to change out the straps on this, so it just takes a moment. So I'll do that really quickly, and then we will do a loom shot. So here it is on the supplied NATO strap. You can see a lot of colors going on this strap. So like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the strap, but I am a huge fan of the watch. The strap does go well with that blue, with the orange second hand. I think this strap would probably go better on the gray dial version of the watch, just in my opinion. Anyway, so here it is on the strap. I will also throw it on another strap that I have here, and I'll do that. So here it is on a Strap Mill Canada Crazy Horse strap. This is in gray, and now you can see it just brings it down a little bit. You know, it's not as blue as the blue rubber strap, but if this were maybe gray, a darker gray or a black, this would look really good. Even a brown, obviously, a brown would probably look the best. I only had this color though, so you could see it looks really good on a leather strap. Just an all-around very good looking watch. Okay, so now a quick loom shot. So I've been thinking about doing a 2-level loom shot with loom shots from now on. This is going to be a low light situation, and then I'm going to do a dark situation, basically a total lights out situation. So this is with twilight, I guess you would call this. And then I will do a total light situation. Now you can see it really glows very brightly. Those indices are very large. There's a lot of loom applied here on that dial and indices. You have even a loom plot, which is very, very bright, and the hands are extremely bright. So this is total darkness. So very dark in this room right now, and you can see that it is extremely bright loom here. Anyway, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Please also don't forget to follow me on Instagram at WatchChrisBlog. Please add a comment below. Tell me what you think of this watch. Obviously, I know what I think of this watch, but tell me what you guys think about this watch. I very much would like to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget, I have some links in the description below. Those links are to Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it doesn't have to be the watch that I have linked to. If you buy anything through those links, it does not cost you any extra. It does not bother your Prime benefits in any way, but it does go to help support the channel very little, but very slightly, and it is much appreciated. Anyway, thank you for logging on, and I will catch you guys in the next video.